Welcome back everyone, and welcome to the third and final step of this video series. Up until this point now, you've learned exactly how to install a custom server on your computer, as well as how to download and configure Joomla. Right now, the next step is to gain access to the back end of your website and start editing the site itself. I'm going to take you through some really basic parts of the back end, the simple ones that you actually need to get started. From there, it's completely up to you. If you want, you're more than welcome to have a look at my other courses that I have available, the more advanced courses, the step-by-step guides on how to make an actual website. And you can also have a look at the bonus content of this video series, where I show you how to install a quick start and where to get access to some quick starts that you can use to design your website. Okay, so without further ado, let's wrap this up. Once you're in your website itself, at the front end, to gain access to it, again, it's quite simple. All you would do is you would go localhost / your website name, and you would gain access to the front end. So every time you want to use the program itself, you need to make sure you've got your control panel running, you started all your processes, and you follow that command line. Now, to gain access to your administrative panel, you simply add another bit of information, which is administrator, as I already have over here. Once you're in the administrator login, you enter the username and password that you used, which was admin, and admin 007 in this case for me, and you log in just fine. It's going to pop up with a simple question here saying, do you want to collect information for Joomla? You just go never, because you'll probably be offline while you're working with this program, at least for the beginning anyway. And here you have it. In order to access your site, again, really quick, on the right hand side you just click on preview my site. So that's a quick way to gain access to it, and from here you can start editing your website. If you want to, for example, the home page is currently empty, there's no information there. So if you wanted to add some home page information, it's quite easy to do. All you would do from there is you would go to content, click on your article manager, and there are no articles at the moment. Articles are in essence a web page. Okay, so you would simply go to new article, and I've got a bit of text I've written out here, just basic why you should use Joomla. Right, I'm just going to paste it in there, and I'm going to just in fact copy that title. I'm going to go Control X to pick it up, to cut it, and I'm going to paste it in my title, and I'm just going to go ahead and save and close Joomla. Of course, if this is your first time in this sort of back end, you're more than welcome to navigate a bit, have a look at the options you can use to include images, links, different view options, publishing options. You can set article publishing and finishing dates, a whole lot of stuff you guys can do. I advise you just to get your hands dirty and dig in deep in the back end and just explore it. That's how I first started with Joomla about 15 years ago with Joomla 1.5. It literally took me one day to figure it out. It really is not that difficult, guys. Okay, so with that information that I have there, I'm going to just save and close. And if I refresh my actual web page, you'll notice nothing is showing because we haven't connected it. We need to connect it to an actual main menu, which is the home page. Okay, so in order to do that, you go to menus, and we have our main menu. Okay, if you want to add a new menu, okay, so if you have an about us page that you want to add, you would go to your article manager, create the new article, call it about us, come to the menu manager, under main menu, you would make a new menu item, right, you would give it the name about us, and you would choose the menu item type as an article, single article, and from there you would just go ahead and browse for your article. Okay, again, I'm speeding through this because this is not the actual reason for the course, is not to show you how to do everything step by step just yet. This is just the beginning guide on how to get the CMS system up and running on your computer, which will allow you to explore it as you go. But like I said, I wanted to add a bit of extra content for you guys. So let's just stick to what I was mentioning by remaining in the menu manager, just clicking on the home menu that already exists, and I'm going to go ahead and just change that menu type from featured article to single article, and I'm going to select the white Joomla option. I'm going to save it. I'm going to refresh my page, and there you have it. I now have information for my home page. So of course we can go back to the article editor, we can open it up, and yeah, you can see it's a standard ribbon that Joomla uses. There are ways to add extended versions through different extensions, which I do cover at a later stage in other series. So right here we can click on that, we can maybe center it a bit, we can just save it, refresh the page again, and just see how that looks. And yeah, there's really so much you can do with this editor, even as is. One thing I want to change is I want to just change all this extra information here that's popping up. We don't need that there, so we're going to go to options. I'm going to show the title, yes, but I'm going to hide everything else. I'm going to show the intro text for SEO purposes, and everything else I'm just going to, whatever I can hide, basically I'm going to just hide real quick. And there's actually a much easier way to do this through your global option settings, but again, I don't want to digress too much. I want you guys to explore the system and sort of figure it out where you can for yourselves. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to again just pop me a message or a comment, and I'll see where I can help you. So we just save that with those changes, and basically what's happened here now is they have not changed, because those are in fact article options. Now what's happening is, because we are connecting to a menu, the actual menu itself is the primary, has the primary hierarchy. So I'm going to have to go all the way back to my menu manager, and I'm going to have to click on the main menu and the home page, and I'm going to actually, let's change that title. Let's call it welcome. I'm going to remove the alias there so it auto generates a new welcome. I'll go welcome message, or just leave it as welcome in fact, and just as an example. And I'm going to click on the options section here, very similar, identical in fact to on the article manager, and I'm going to go through, I'm going to just hide whatever I can hide. And once that's done, I'm going to save it, and we're going to see all those extra funny text start disappearing, or instantly disappear. You won't need to worry about that. You generally want to leave these options available for your blog and all that. So let's save and close. Let's refresh the page, and there we go, it's gone. So there you have it. You've sort of started working on your website already. I've given you the very basics on how to use the site already, on how to create an article, and how to create a menu, and how to link the menu and all that stuff. So even just with that, if you guys rewatch this section over and over, you'll eventually get familiar with how to use the back end. There are a ton of places you can go to and explore, like your module manager. If you can see, there's a login form here. There's your login form. All the different settings you can play with on that side is available. You can choose where you want your module to show, on which side. It can be this side of the website, that side. Again, a ton of things you can do. These are details I'm not going to go into just yet. And that being said, one more bit of information I need to share with you, especially for the newcomers, is we want to go to System, Global Configuration, and right here we get to change our website name. This is my site. We get to change that meta description I mentioned about previously in the very first video series, where you can give your site a new description, as well as add keywords. We've got some more SEO features here, like index.follow and all that. You can just Google what that's all about. It basically just allows search engines to follow your links off your page. You're giving them permission to. And We have our search engine URLs already available. That's fine. If we go to system and server, we can set up our standard email address, we can edit it, you can even send a test email. There really is so much that you can do with Joomla itself. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this short but basic basic yet in-depth video series on how to get started with web design in 3 simple steps. It's taken us roughly 30 minutes to get to this point. Once you do this enough times, you can have the site up and running or up and ready to work in literally 2 minutes flat. Hope this was helpful. Please be sure to like, share the video with all your friends. If you get stuck with anything, feel free to send me a message as well. You can message me in the comment section or just send me a private message wherever this video might appear, whether it's on my website or on YouTube. It does not matter. I will get back to you. Finally, I made mention of a bonus video that I wanted to create for you guys. I told you what it was about. It's about setting up an actual quick start, and that is how to set up an actual completed website where you just go ahead and edit the backend content. So I'm going to do that for you next. So those of you who enjoyed this series and want to continue with it and learn a bit more with the bonus video, I will see you there shortly.